What's up, everyone? It is Nick here, and welcome to my first annual Lego collection tour. And a couple years ago, I made a video giving you guys a tour of my Lego room, and a lot has changed since that video. I have doubled the sets, I have doubled the minifigures, I have doubled the magazines I have doubled everything. Like all the space, all the shelving in my room has doubled. I have gotten new shelves for my room, and I am just ready to show you guys for 2025. And these are videos that I kind of want to make every single year at the beginning of the year, so I could kind of just show you guys my progress on my collection and my hobby in general. I just want to see how much Lego I really collect a year. So without further ado, let's jump into it, and I'll show you guys from entering the room, from standing in my room, from sitting at my desk, to everything. So like I said, without further ado, let's get this Lego collection tour started. So right behind me here, we have the entrance of my Lego room, which is just a simple white door. Last year, it was just a curtain because I had a bunch of drawings on the door, because this room used to be my childhood room, but now I have moved down to the basement. So the first thing you see when you kind of walk in is all of these comic books behind me. And the story about these comic books here is actually in my, in my room that I have now, that I live in. There used to be a comic book wall. And since I had to get renovations done, I had to remove the comic book wall, and I had nowhere to put my comics. So I decided to think about it, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna move them up to my Lego room and just put them right at the doorway, so they're kind of out of the way and they're not really out of the way. So I think this is a good spot for them, just having this, like, because it would just be boring in this general area without them. And I'm glad that I kept them because they look awesome. But besides that, you guys are probably wondering why there's a blank space right here if there's comic books everywhere. Well, this is usually where the calendar goes, but I haven't got a calendar yet, so bear with me, guys. But enough said, let's focus more onto the Lego room. So once you walk through that door, the first thing that you are going to bump your hip against is my desk. And now this desk has been in my life for 3 years. It's been in and out of this room because I had no space for it, and then I had space for it, and I had no space for it, and now I do have space for it. So this is where I just like to play my video games and all of that, and just watch my YouTube analytics, watch my subscriber count go up. Thank you guys for that. And just everything that I see on YouTube that you guys post comments on, liking my video, sharing my videos, this is where I am usually sitting and seeing it happen in real time, and I am so thankful for that. But I don't think you guys came here to watch me talk about me gaming at my desk in my Lego room. So without further ado, let's look at all of these Lego sets that I have waiting to talk about. So let's go and let's talk about them right away. The first shelf that I want to take a look at is this shelf right here. And there's not that many Lego sets on these shelves because this is usually where I put all of my tripods and all of that to face me to record. So you guys don't really see this section of my Lego room much. That's why there's not that many Lego sets. But I assume in the future that this shelf will be packed with Lego sets. It'll just take time to get there. Probably once I start getting retired Lego sets, this is where all of them will be. But for now, this is where I'm just keeping some of my Lego sets. The first set that you guys probably notice is the Medieval Town Square. And this one is just one of my favorites on this shelf because it's the Medieval Town Square. How do you not love this set? Going upwards, we have the new Ahsoka's Jedi Interceptor. If you guys want to check out that review, it's on my channel. But besides that, beside it, we have Luke's Land Speeder, and then the Quinjet. And I forgot what that set's called, but I'm sure you guys know. Moving to the right here, we have the Corvette up here. And I actually got this set for Christmas in 2024. It was a gift from my dad, and he grew up with these retro Corvettes. So he wanted me to build it in Lego and display it in my room. So that's what I did. So he bought me it, I built it, and he absolutely loves this set. He thinks it's the best set that I have in my collection. But I could say now, I do not think that is the best set in my collection because I am looking at one right now and I think that one is the best one in my collection. But besides that, we'll get to that later. But coming down here, we do have the Sarlacc Pit, we have the Bark Speeder, we have Jedi Bob Starfighter, we have a piece of extra builds from the Mos Eisley Cantina, which is right down here as well. And to the left of it, we have Boba Fett Slave 1 and Jabba's Palace, which got taken over by Boba Fett. Besides that, that's all this shelf really has in store for us, because there is just not much going on here. Moving on to these two shelves right here, and the first thing that you will notice is that there is no sets on any of these shelves. And why is that? Well, because this shelf, I got gifted it, so I didn't really need it. So I just brought it up here just to have it in my room. So there is a lot more space than there is Lego sets on this shelf. But I'm going to go to every single set individually and tell you about it, starting off right here. And this is a Spider-Man No Way Home set, or two sets in one. We got the Sandman Fight one, and we got the Statue of Liberty one. And if you guys haven't seen that review, it came out about a year ago, so I would go check it out if I were you. And then right beside it, we have the Log Cabin. And then right beside that, we have the question mark block with the micro scale of Super Mario 64, which is one of my favorite Nintendo sets that I have in my collection here, because it is so cool. I just love the micro scale right here. I think it looks fabulous. And then right beside it, we do have the Imperial Shuttle. And then right beside that, we do have the new 2024 Fortnite Battle Bus. On top of this shelf here, we have more sets as well. Like we have the Viking Village. We have, well, I do not know how to pronounce it. I usually just call it the Fortress because that's the only thing I really know how to pronounce in the set. So we'll just call it the Fortress. And then right beside it, we have the new Lego Jaws that came out in 2024, about 6 months ago as well. And we have the Lighthouse as well. And if you guys want to see, I think if it still has batteries, it does still work. So that is great to see. My favorite thing that is on top of the shelf here is probably all of my minifigures. We have all of my Lego Marvel minifigures on the left hand side here, and all of my Star Wars minifigures on the right hand side here. And honestly, I think I have way more Star Wars minifigures than I do Marvel minifigures, because I just collect way more Star Wars sets than I do Marvel sets. But that is okay, because maybe one day I could collect every single Star Wars minifigure, but that is a big goal to reach, and it will take me some time. And now time for the shelf or shelves that you guys see in like pretty much in every single video. And short for my Oscorp Tower, I guess, series, I will call it. So starting off with the white shelves here, let me just move over and get to the white shelf here. So on the white shelf here, we have a lot of sets, especially going down here. But we'll start with the Razor Crest. And my girlfriend got me this set for Christmas when it did come out. So I'm very happy and thankful that she bought me this, because honestly, I did not want to spend a pretty penny on this set. But moving to the right of it, we have the Imperial Light Cruiser, I believe it's called, which is the Mandalorian Season 2, I believe. And it's an amazing set. It's actually one of my first sets that I have ever built that got me back into Lego. So that is cool. And then above it, we have the buildable AT-AT. Unfortunately, I couldn't get my hands on the UCS AT-AT, but I do assume in the future I will be picking the UCS version up very soon, actually, because there is a guy down the road that is wanting to sell me it for a decent price. But coming down here, we have the Imperial Star Destroyer as a playset, and I had a review for this set, and this is like one of my favorite sets of 2024 because it's so good looking, especially for a playset. And then right beside it, we have the awesome UCS TIE Interceptor. And if you guys know me, the TIE Interceptor is one of my favorite TIEs in Star Wars. So having it in the UCS form is just amazing for me. Moving on down, I like to call this whole row the diorama stretch, because it just, well, it's a stretch of all of the diorama sets. Like over here, we have the Endor Speeder Chase set, we have the Trench Run set, we have the Throne Room set, we have the Dagobah set, and we have the Trash Compactor, we have the Mos Espa Pod Race, and if you guys want to call this a diorama, which I don't, we have Darth Vader versus Obi-Wan. But if you want to come down over here, we have the Invisible Hand, the Super Star Destroyer, the Falcon itself, and Ahsoka's T1 shuttle. I believe that it's called that. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I honestly forgot the name, but I would prefer if it was white and red besides the gray and red, because I think the white would make it pop out way more than the gray. But besides that, if we come down here, we have the Tantive 4 hallway scene with Darth Vader and the Rebels. And then right here we have the Inquisitor's transport, which is just a beautiful black sleeked out ship. It's one of my favorite sets from the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. I mean, I think we only got 2 but this one is definitely my favorite. Now, if you guys are wondering what this wire is for this, it's just a little small heater just to heat up my Lego room, because this shelf right here is hiding an actual heating vent. And the reason why I had to hide the heating vent is because just to fit more shelves in the room. Like, I would not be able to fit any shelves in this general area if I didn't have it covered. So that little small heater makes a big difference. Going away from the big white shelf and onto the smaller white shelf, we have on the top here all of my Marvel modular buildings, which are the Avengers Tower, the Sanctum Sanctorum, and the Daily Bugle. Now, Lego, if you're watching this video, go to my channel, go to my Instagram, and go to my TikTok, and you will see when I'm filming this, 324-day streak of asking you guys to make a modular building of Oscorp Tower, because it would look so good right beside the Daily Bugle, and it will look awesome on display. And I think a lot of people could agree with me. But we'll not talk about that right now, because this is just showing you guys my collection. So if we head on down here, we already talked about the dioramas. So let's talk about these sets right here. And starting off with the middle one, we have my custom TIE Striker, which doesn't really look like a TIE Striker, but it kind of does at the same time. Lego, if you're watching this, we need another TIE Striker. I think it's been a long time since we got a TIE Striker, and that is my second favorite TIE. So if Lego, if you're watching this, keep that in mind. TIE Striker, I think we're overdue for one. But right beside it on the left-hand side, we have the AT-AT, I believe it's called. A lot of these AT-AT names just really get mixed up in my head for some reason, and I just start calling them random stuff. So if this is not the AT-TE, please correct me in the comments below. This is another cool set from the Clone Wars that I really liked. I think it came out in 2023. Moving to the right here, we do have Darth Maul's Sith Infiltrator that came out in 2024. And for the last two shelves in my room here, we have this shelf right here and the Mario shelf, I like to call it. But we'll start at the bottom and we'll make our way to the top here. Starting on the bottom of the black shelf here, but before we do start here, I do want to point out that I did forget to point out that I have the Der Burger right here, and I have the Fortnite Llama right here, and all of my Star Wars books and my Lord of the Rings books. Eventually, I am planning on getting Lord of the Rings sets, but bear with me, they are a little bit pricey, so it's going to take time for me to get those. I'm trying to wait for a sale or just rank up my insider points, but let's go back to the black shelf here. And then starting off with the buildable Droideka, and then making our way up, we have the buildable R2-D2, and then we have another TIE Interceptor, and then we have a TIE Bomber, and then we have the Mandalorian N1 Starfighter, and then going above it here, we have the Dark Falcon. Then right beside it, we have the original Falcon, and then right beside the Falcon, we have the Ghost, and then another buildable character, which is Baby Yoda and his Cram. And then, well, if we make our way to the top of the shelf here, we have the Beast itself, which is the Venator, and the Venator is my favorite set in my collection. I think it looks beautiful. I just love how the Venator looks. I think it just completes my Lego collection for sure. And if I could get another one, I would, even though I have nowhere to put it. I think it just looks amazing, especially right beside a gunship. I don't have the original gunship. I just have the Coruscant gunship. But hey, a gunship is a gunship and it works right beside the Venator anyways. So yeah, these two right beside each other just looks fantastic. Making our way up to the last shelf that has Lego for display, and that is what I like to call the Mario shelf, which we have the NES system, the Piranha Plant, the Bowser, the new Mario and Yoshi, and then above it we have all of the Mario action figures right here, and then for brickheads wise, these are my only brickheads, so that's why I'm showing them off right here, right now. And yeah, that is about it. But anyways, guys, that will be my Lego collection tour, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. If you guys stuck around this long, I just want to say thank you guys so much. I literally showed you every single Lego set I have in my collection and all of my minifigures that I have in my collection as well. And I just want to say a big thank you. It really does mean a lot to me. And also, if you guys could give this video a like and a subscribe, that would be very much appreciated, as well as I'm trying to reach my goal to 2,000 subscribers before May 4th. But there's not that much to talk about. I do not want to drag this video on, so I'm going to let you guys go here. If you guys want to check out any of my reviews, there will be an end card screen coming up. Just click one of the videos and it'll lead you right to a review. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching this collection video, and I'll see you guys next week.